Minasan, Okari Nasai. Today we have an extremely beautiful beauty pageant winner, someone always challenging herself and trying to improve herself. The strawberry flavor lover herself, Aguri Onishi. Born May 2nd, 1997 in Aichi Prefecture. She used to be managed by Linkplan Inc., a subsidiary of Profit, but she is now with Oncherry, as with all former Linkplan ladies, while her music is published under Nippon Columbia. I'm not sure of her exact motivation for wanting to become a Seiyuu, but it's some of the normal stuff, being inspired by anime at a very early age, though I don't recall her ever citing someone in particular as her main inspiration. But her origin in the industry starts in 2011 at the age of 14 as a child actor, appearing in a TV drama called Middle School Diary for a year. The following year, she reached the finals of the 13th All Japan National Beautiful Girl Contest, which had over 100,000 people. Then in 2013, she joined Oscar Promotion and the idol group 1021. Well, it's an X, so maybe it's the letter X rather than the Roman numeral, so it would be X21. And now that I think about it, it's probably the Japanese number, so it's X Nijuichi. Anyway, this was made up of the finalists of that beauty contest, having 10 singles and 2 albums with them from 2013 to 2017. She's way up there in the top right, by the way. During this time, she played as Satomi Kambara in the live-action movie adaptation of Saki the Nationals. Also during this time, she joined the Profit Voice Acting Training School and would graduate the same year that she left her idol group. So I'd say she gets her big break in 2018 at the age of 21, her proper voice acting debut with just some unnamed roles that I'll be mentioning later. But this was also her official debut into LoveLive as Ayumu Uehara, the leader-ish, at least in promotions, for the Nichigasaki School Idol Club, adopting the pink image color, later joining subunit Asuna in the recently very popular Ice Cream. This year she also joined a Seiyuu unit, SPR5 or Supreme 5, with the agency Right Flyer Studios, and the Pony Canyon label, Aguri being the yellow member, having 2 singles and an album with them. 2019 she was in the anime After Lost with all of her other SPR5 girls, Aguri as Rena. Oh, I just realized I forgot to mention SPR5 was created for the mobile game After Lost, and now they are in the anime version as well. Then later she joined another Seiyuu unit, Prima Porta, with Stray Cats Agency, actually having 2 other Niji girls, as you can see, the group only having 2 singles as of up to now, and they are still technically active, even if they haven't done much in half of a decade. But Aguri actually left the group in 2020. Speaking of that year, this was the full debut of the Nijigasaki anime, naturally reprising her role of Ayumu. Then another lead in Maisetsu as Fubuki Kitakaze, singing both openings and the ending with the rest of the cast. 2021 year of the Ox and her personal Eastern Zodiac, she made her solo singing debut with the label Nippon Columbia, with the song Honjitsu wa Seitenari, the same year having a double release of Elderflower and Hatsukoi Colors, Elderflower being the ending theme for Seirei Gensoki Spirit Chronicles, where she would also voice the young lad Masato. The MV for the song is actually really cool, by the way, highly recommend. Then she also voiced Undine in the Banished from the Heroes Party anime. Generic ass water spirit name, but good for her nonetheless. Then her first photo book, Hajimari no Tabi, or Beginning's Journey. She's great, literally built for modeling. In 2022, she had her 3rd single, Jellyfish Nakimi A, the opening for Don't Hurt Me, My Healer, also voicing the lead character, Carla. Big healer diff there, and also I'm pretty sure this is her most popular track to this day. And I guess she also did the ending theme with the other castmates. A few months later, having Hajumaru Welcome, opening for Management of a Novice Alchemist, where her good friend Nanakasuwa sang the ending and even had a lead. More on the 2 of them later. Aguri also voicing Beth in Black Summoner and Kotoha in Extreme Hearts. Then her second and still most recent photo book, Tabi no Tochu. There were some concerts too, but I will mention those later, but I just want to point out that was an amazing year for her. However, I'm pretty sure she also got COVID. In 2023 was her first and still only album, Do You Agree?, a play on her name being Aguri. The same year having yet another double release of a Yume de Anekutemo and a Yubasaki Heart. In 2024, she had another 2 singles, I My Girl, the ending for Sasaki and Peeps. Then Off Talked, her 7th single, is the opening for Spirit Chronicles Season 2, naturally reprising her role in there as well. However, new roles include Melissia in the Osen Newbie Adventurer, and Marielle in A Loner Life in Another World. For this year of 2025, she had her most recent 8th single, Eeny Meeny Miny Mo, coming out very recently actually, Ending for I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years, Season 2. No role in that, oddly enough. Then something with her agency. Link Plan closed down completely, just like its parent company Profit did a few years back. So all the people in that agency moved over to OnCherry, where she is to this day. I say to this day, but it literally happened like a month ago. Either way, I think it'll be quite exciting going forward. And now we are moving on to the other stuff, like unnamed or one-episode characters in 100 Girlfriends, Aratsuki, Caligula, Dungeon People, 2 different girls in How Heavy Are the Dumbbells, Magia Record, Master of Ragnarok, Miss Koizumi Loves Ramen Noodles, reincarnated as the strongest exorcist, Sleepy Princess in Demon Castle, Tada Never Falls in Love, 4 separate small roles in Yuri Is My Job, and finally, my daughter left the nest and returned an S-ranked adventurer. And now here are her video game roles. Not sure how accurate the top one is. She would have been very young, but she was technically active in the industry. I just can't find any other sources aside from Wikipedia. But all the other ones are legit. Also that one drama CD, which was like one of the very first things she ever did. Not listed here is how she's also in the games Assault Lily and Heaven Burns Red. As for concerts, she's been at all 7 main Niji Lives, as well as the LoveLive festivals, fan meets, and the Azuna Live, and their fan meets as well. With the group, or just repping them at Anisama in both 2019 and 2023, and Bandai Namco Fest, I believe, in 2022. As a solo act, she's been at Anisama in 2022 as well, and last year's Anisama World and Abema event. Also in 2022 were her first 2 live shows way later in the year, but also her first and second Contact lives, which I guess were different from her first proper live. 2024 was her second solo live, and then she's had a few collab shows with her LoveLive senpai, Nanakasuwa. She's never been at Animax, solo or with the franchise, not a lot of love for LoveLive over there. Usually just Nanjo and Mamori with some cameos here and there throughout the years. With SPR5, I'm not sure how many full shows they had, but they had their final live in 2024. Then with Prima Porta lives, there was at least 2 that she was a part of. Aside from concerts, she's been a guest at stuff like the Kita Kyushu Pop Culture Fest, Magia Day, specifically in 2022, the EJ My Girl Fest, the Peas Live, and the Future Notes Fest. Also a few Yatekura events over the last 2 years. Oh, and repping Niji at Anime Japan last year, and AGF Korea this year as well. She tends to be guests on her friends' live streams quite often, Hinaki and Peyton being the recent ones. Then also just going to point out the TV Yoasobi episode she was on where Seriko and Sumipi hosted, also on Anisong Days where Maida hosts. Last up for this section, she has been on the Cross Sing Covers YouTube channel twice, singing Fua Fua Time from K-On, and then a Vocaloid song titled Melancholic. And over on Anisong Day Show, she covered Someone Else from the anime Working. Now we're moving on to the fun facts. She is 160.5 centimeters or 5'3", blood type A Taurus, and born in the year of the ox. Also, her personality type is ESFP. She is on both Twitter X and Instagram, as well as her own YouTube channel where she mostly just posts her music stuff. Then on the Second Shot channel, she has a program together with the cutie Karan Takao called Agunan ever since like 2019. She also used to have 2 radio programs, but I don't think that they are ongoing anymore. So earlier I talked about her beauty and being in pageants and all that, but she's even got herself a trading card collection, which has been becoming much more popular over the last 3 or so years. Also doing modeling for magazines like Love Voice, Platinum Flash, Love Magane, and My Girl multiple times. Recently with Yui Ogura, of which she is a massive fan of, so I'm sure she was very hyped for that. In fact, I know she was hyped. But she is also a big fan of Miyu Kubota, which is one of her teammates during Tokimeki Runners at Nijigasaki's first live during the Day 1 encore. Aguri totally forgot to sing her part because she was too busy waving at Miyu. There's also this whole thing where she pulls out the yandere stare anytime people are nice to Hinaki Yano in front of her, even on social media too. It's actually hilarious and I'm glad that she sticks with it every time. And keeping up with Niji, in my professional opinion here, she is somehow both an emotional wreck and the emotional support within the group. Also, just want to say when it comes to ice cream, I did say in the intro that strawberry is her favorite, but that's actually her character Ayumu. Not sure if that's Aguri's actual favorite as well. Some other things I've noticed include during live streams, Aguri raises her hand to speak like she's in a classroom or something. Mostly with the senpais, but have seen her do it in Niji streams as well. It's cute and very polite. She has said her first experience with LoveLive was after she already decided to become a Seiyuu, She ended up catching a rebroadcast of the original series, obviously enjoying it very much. And then her pre-live routine is just to eat a bunch of food, which honestly sounds like a terrible idea, but her favorite food is natto. And let's just rapid fire these next few things. She enjoys reading, cooking, watching comedy, karaoke, knitting, making small origami cranes, solving a Rubik's Cube, eating sweets, and finding the good in people. She can also play alto saxophone and the horn. She once said that she strives to be good at kendama one day, but that was like 4 or so years ago now, so maybe she has accomplished that. She likes wearing flower clips in her hair, Aguri casually making fun of her for this, but then gives her some cute compliments. When asked what her best school subject was, she said, none of them. That's a lie, surely she was good at something. I mean, she's a really talented actress, so... Anyway, she is one of the Seiyuu who is absolutely terrified of anything horror related. When playing Five Nights at Freddy's with Nachan, she was not having a good time. She actually used the game a lot when she was younger, but she says as she got older they became too difficult, so she doesn't really play them anymore. I feel like that's the complete opposite opinion of gamers, that video games are actually much more easier nowadays compared to back then, but okay. She has an elder and a younger brother, which she used to play Mario Galaxy with, also loving the Pokemon Pachirisu. Very fitting. Other things she's scared of or just dislikes are roller coasters, haunted houses, insects, sunlight, and ultraviolet rays. Those last two things are very similar. But going back to her politeness, she doesn't drink alcohol because she fears she becomes too much of a loud airhead when it happens, and she doesn't want to be a nuisance to people. And I know I'm sharing my opinion a lot here, but I mean, isn't that the whole point? That's what most people do. But for the last thing, she shares a last name with the very popular Seiyuu Saori Onishi, and I guess there's also Ayaka Onishi. Though I don't think any of them are related. Also, I'm sure at least one of them is using a stage name. And if they are, it is usually the family name that they change. And that is the ending for this one. Aguri is, as I have said many times, very good looking, and I think she has a very fun personality. She seems like she'd be a great friend to be around. It's also nice to see her branching out of LoveLive over the last few years. Hoping she gets more roles, though it seems she may be more focused on her music right now. Either way, she's great, and I'm sorry it took so long to make a video about her. I guess I just got distracted with other pretty ladies instead. But I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned something new. If so, please do leave a like, and for sure join me in the next one about the newest gothic rock metal group in Bang Dream, of which our good friend Kanan Takao is actually a part of. I look forward to seeing you there.